If you look at series of events leading to the attack, we can almost confirm that the primary suspect was the PKK or a group that is affiliated with PKK. I mean, there has been rumors saying that this could be a retaliation to the recent curfews imposed on Nusaybin and Yüksekova in the southeastern part. Also, there has been calls by the PKK leadership that there will be attacks carried out against the Turkish citizens. So it is not surprising. I mean, recently we have seen a rise in the attacks carried out by the PKK, which are different than previous attacks, meaning previously they were targeting security forces only, but after the ceasefire, we have seen attacks carried out against civilians as well. I mean, the previous attack in Ankara was just a very simple example of that makes us almost certain that this was also carried out by PKK attack.
Well, actually, the attack in Ankara about 2 weeks ago, that was an attack on a military base, was it not?
It was, but it was in the heart of Turkish capital.
Ankara.
So, the fact that it is not against security forces during an operation or during the clashes. These was people going back from work. Some of them were actually civilians as well. So an attack against security forces in the heart of a huge capital, does not make me believe that it was.
So why this change in tactic?
It is in a way that to say, you know what, we are here. We are here to demoralize the public. We are here to show that we can attack you in the heart of your capital. In a way, we also see an aggression as a result of not having other options anymore. PKK has been, the security forces have been carrying out huge attacks, huge operations against PKK and minimizing their maneuvering. So they are using this tactic to basically demoralize the public or the security forces.
And surely they will be demoralized. I mean, this will obviously have a huge impact on how people feel in Turkey, in Ankara.
That is true, of course, but at the same time, I think it also makes people hold on to each other stronger against the terrorist groups. I mean, no one here is going to say, you know what, they did a great job, or anything similar to that. Terror is terror, whether it's done in New York, Paris, or London, similar to Istanbul and Ankara.
Will there be a backlash on the government in terms of, are they doing enough to handle the security challenge?
Look, they are doing enough. They are doing what they can, and they are doing it the best way that they can do
But there was an attack just 2 weeks ago.
Right, but also there was an attack in Paris when Paris is not bordered with Syria, Iraq, or Paris has not been dealing with PKK terrorism for past 30 years. Paris does not have an open door policy to nearly 3 million refugees. I mean, it is, of course, difficult. It is not something easy to fight against terrorism. And it is not one thing that we will be fighting today and tomorrow it will be over. It is a process. It is a progress that needs to be built upon. So it will take time. But I mean, the reason why they're attacking actually to break this determinant and to break this firm stance against terrorism.
Okay, we've talked a lot about the PKK being responsible. What about the YPG? We've seen a change in policy towards the YPG attacks by Turkey into Syria. Could that have something to do with this attack?
Well, firstly, I think we need to clarify one thing and say it overly, to make sure that it is understood well. There is an organic link between PKK and YPG. No one can deny that. YPG is simply the Syrian affiliation of PKK, an offshoot that's also has become a threat, a national security threat against Turkey. So yes, it could be a retaliation from YPG due to the shelling from Turkey. But I mean, does it make a difference? YPG and PKK are not totally different groups.